Hello and welcome back. So today we're taking a look at really a tank that I got about 5 or 6 days ago. And I've played about 15 or 20 battles in it. And I've really come to enjoy this Skoda T40. It's a tank that, weirdly enough, I think compared to things like the Chromo Berlin, for example, I know is another really good Tier 6 premium tank, I really do enjoy this Skoda T40. I find having the alpha damage over a lot of other comparable Tier 6 medium tanks lends to a different playstyle. I find that very often I have absolutely no problem facing against equal tier medium tanks. The only time I ever really struggle necessarily is in Tier 8 games. This seems to be a tank that does quite well in Tier 6 and 7 tier high, but as we will see. Anyways, to kind of round out the Skoda, quite frankly, it has 130, I think 132, 133 pen for its standard AP rounds, which are okay, and then 200 flat for its heat rounds. So you have some flexibility, not a lot, but it does carry 80 shots of ammo, which is quite nice. You have a pretty healthy 700 HP. To sum up this thing's mobility, higher. The way I kind of look at it is, if you can look at the numbers and everything else, you can look at the hidden stats and the numbers, stuff like that, but basically consider this thing top speed has a higher than an EZ8, but power to weight is roughly similar. Now, here's this enemy Skoda T40. He makes a critical mistake here. Mind you, guys, it says Siegfried line the map, but notice, he pokes up on this ridge, and he makes a very critical mistake. You don't do that with that many tanks on the other side. Now, granted, he didn't spot them, but he's not the tank to be spotted. Now, I'm going to fire, I put a shot into him, and then, well, the SC-100Y has a field day. So, there's their Skoda T40 out. Word to the wise, guys, don't be poking up on there. But anyways, let's get this train back rolling. But I find this tank in terms of playstyle, as much as the mobility's pretty good, the armor's crap. The armor's crap, guys. Just forget there's no armor. There's no such thing as armor. Oh, by the way, this enemy Chromo. He's not in a very good spot. And notice, guys, how I follow this shot. I'm letting this thing aim in. But watch, I wait for him to commit to a direction, and then I fire the gun. I see a lot of people fire a gun when an enemy tank can switch 90 degrees either way. You want to wait till they commit to a direction and then fire. But anyways, I find this tank plays a very good supportive role, but you have to know when to push, when to be aggressive, and when to not. When to be the one pushing the flank versus when to be the supportive role. And this tank is really, at least for me, kind of got me back into that, because I've been playing very aggressive tanks lately, tanks that bode well to that style, that can handle it well. But, oh, here we go, here's a VK. Here's a good example of something here. I can just get a shot through the middle, and I'm trying to plan this out when this actually happens. I have it on half speed right here. I'm looking for the shot, and I'm looking for a shot on the outside. Then I see, okay, I can get just enough. Now look at the enemies. I know there's there, but I got some allies up there. I'm pretty sure a T29 can handle them. So I ignore them, and I focus on this VK. Trying to find the shot. I take the shot, it misses. By the way, sorry guys if I don't get to all the commentary. This game is actually, it happens quite quickly. So, and I notice there's a shot through the middle there, so I keep looking back and forth between the enemies over there. Look at, by the way, we're winning 5-1. So, I kind of look through the middle. I know for a fact he's going to pull back. He's going to take a shot. He's going to pull back. Bang. I got a free hit on him. 225 damage. Now, guys, keep track of the damage counter in the bottom left hand side of the screen. I'm going to ignore that easy too. But watch as that damage racks up pretty quickly. That's the funny thing with this thing's rate of fire. Roughly 6.5 second reload, by the way. Sorry, VK. It seems like I can put this gun to use quite often. It's not really a sniper with 0.37 accuracy, but it has a decent enough aiming time that you can use it quite well. But here's one catch, guys. You gotta let it fully aim. Notice, very rarely do I let these shots go off early. I learned that the hard way. Oh, there's this KV-3. Now watch this poor guy. I put a shot in the center. Now, something to get into a habit, guys. Put the shot in the same spot as many times as you can. I wait for it, put a shot in the same spot. Sets him on fire. And well, look at that damage counter climb. This poor guy. And yet again, shoot him again. And I don't quite kill him, but now I do. So that's 1,175 damage done to that KV-3 very quickly. So now we're at 2,000 damage, but we haven't won yet. Trying to get a shot in the ARL. There's an ass horn here. Bang. Wasn't paying attention. I'm at 3 kills right now, but notice something. It's 11-4. This is when you have to be really aggressive, guys. I'm still on full health. I got to get some more damage in here. More credits for me. More experience for me. Let that VK go around. I'm going to push onto this ARL, but I'm going to take a hit from the VK going around the side. Bang. Yep. Which is fine. It happens. Anyways, here comes the ARL. I drop down. I'm going to lose a little bit of health hitting the ground, but that's okay. I hit him. And watch what I do here, guys. I keep myself up against him, and I push forward, and then bang. Just shoot him in the back. That's how you do it. Oh, now the VK's up top. I pull back under cover. I know he can't quite shoot me. I take a shot. It bounces. KV-3 shoots him. I'm going to post up over here. He really was out for me for some reason. He had. And boink. Good shot into him. But he just really wanted to get me for some reason. But anyways, now he's done with. So now there's only the enemy Hummel. But now I can get back to some of my original discussion. It's a, I don't want to say difficult tank to play, but this tank really, really is all about being a medium tank. It's not a light tank, it's not a heavy tank. This is pure medium tank territory with this thing. And I find it good to practice with it. Hummel gets a good shot. Now, guys, get ready for a dark moment here. If you guys remember, if you guys looked at the earlier, I had a mission to ram an enemy opponent. And we're going to stop here. We're going to change up the camera angle here. You know, for having a great game, you got to screw up somewhere, I guess. And, well, he waits till I'm 2 inches away and shoots me. So, yeah, that's me getting blown up by the Hummel. But, so yeah, it was a good game. You know, over 2,700 damage. But, and by the way, let's watch as our artillery kills the Hummel. But anyways, let's take a look at the results of this battle. Anyway, so here we are at the results screen. So here we got a mastery badge. It looks like a Reaper, Bruiser, Fire for Effect. I don't know what the other one is on a high caliber. 2,700 damage, 2,699, 2,700 damage, 1,199 base experience. It's not exactly anything crazy in terms of the results, but what I like is 15 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 13 penetrations. And that's the result of this tank if you really practice with it and understand its limitations. Now that being said, I've had several games where you get several tier 8 games where it's more difficult. This game was a little bit more exceptional simply because 2,700 damage in most any tier 6 is a pretty damn good game. That being said, could I do this again? Probably, but it is quite difficult. That was a very good game. Now is where I kind of have to talk. Is this tank worth the money? And well, since it's on sale right now, I would say yeah. I didn't get it because I'm planning on going up the check line. I got it because I wanted to spoil myself and get another tier 6. I wanted something new to play. But I will say I don't think it's a bad tank. I think the gun is quite excellent. With the 6.3, 6.4-ish second reload, off the top of my head. With that extra alpha damage of the 220 alpha, 240 alpha. I think it's a nice... How should I put it? It's nice to have something different than the faster firing tier 6 guns. The way I almost kind of look at it is it's like having a higher tier medium tank gun in that thing, because really it's really quite effective. If you really look at it, it's almost like the it's very similar to the lower Pen 88 that the Germans get. So needless to say, do I think it's worth getting? Yeah. Is it as good as a Carmel Berlin? It's a toss-up. I can't really say it's better, I can't say it's worse. One thing I will say, this tank will teach you really to aim for weak spots, to have the right positioning, to make your shots count, and really you have 3 different options here, which I like. If you're facing an equal tier medium tank, you have the alpha damage, so you can play the alpha damage game and you're going to win. If you're facing a higher tier opponent, make sure you're not the only tank there. Remember, you're a true medium tank, so your real role is support. You're not the one doing all the damage. And finally, if you're facing an equal tier heavy tank, you might have more DPM than they do most of the time, because this thing has around 900 DPM, which for a tier 6 medium really ain't bad, especially when it's a reliable gun. And you have in your back pocket 200mm pen heat round. Now, the reason I don't like the heat is simply because spaced armor can defeat it, but yet again, at that tier, nothing really has spaced armor that much. Even if you face something like a KV4, you can smack it in the side of the turret for all day long, even with the regular rounds, but as I saw with like the KV3. But it's nice to have that in your back pocket. That being said, it's a premium tank, you don't want to use premium ammo. And that here goes with the con of this, is that you in a tier 8 game will unfortunately have to use premium ammo sometimes on some tanks. And what kind of sucks is it's a premium tank, you're supposed to make money with it. So it's something to consider. I haven't run into that too much, but it's something that's there, and that's, I think, one of the problems with the vehicle. Otherwise, armor's crap, mobility's solid, it's just overall an effective tank. That being said, I'd like to open up to you guys. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys like it, if you guys hate it, what you guys think of the review, what you guys think of the content. And definitely for the next few months, post in the comments down below if you guys would like me to cover any sort of tank, any sort of topic, whatever, because I like doing videos, but more than anything else, I like doing videos to help you guys out. So, thank you all for watching. Give me a like down below, I'd really appreciate it, and I shall catch you next time.